It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Quick throw taken in by Snead. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
Landon Collins is built like your typical tackle-first safety, but he does have the ability to play the deep part of the field.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Play action. Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And work with me here. Is this overhyped or not? You've got a warm weather team on the road in January, and it's cold. What's the deal? Is that a factor or is it not a factor?
I think a lot of it depends on the personality of your head coach and how you prepare for things. And some things you just can't prepare for. If you're coming from a warm weather site, you can't make it cold enough like it is here in this ball game. But what you can do is just tell the guys, dress for the weather, and then play like we always play. And as the game goes along, typically those guys out there playing, you warm up enough that it really shouldn't affect you quite the same way. Now, if that's all you talk about, if you put that in the heads of your players, it'll affect them in a big way.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. On play action, they'll throw.
60 out more.
On the delay, it's Howard. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
10 too slow.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. To throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 4th down, and on comes Justin Vogel to punt it away. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line. The Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive.
You have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Jackson now. And Blunt has it.
Holding offense.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
57 to Mike. Watch the run.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. They'll run with Elliott. A gain of 3, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
50 seconds to Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jackson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th. So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's got some space here.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. No gain on the dump off. It's 2nd down.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Blunt. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Now Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Running from the gun with Howard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 51. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The throw right sideline here is complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. On first, they go right back to Howard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Here we go. HE Gator. Squeeze, double. Right.
2nd and 11. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They run with Howard. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he's got it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Try to punch it in with Howard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Ricky Seals-Jones there to make the grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Jackson completes it to Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Now it's Jackson. Snead's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he finds Howard complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
30 base. Watch the slant.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He leaves this one for Howard. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Running with Howard. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's easy one, but it's coming again.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. The first of 4 games this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans doing battle with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, nothing settled in our wild card game. It's a tight one as we get ready for the third quarter. Standing by to take you the rest of the way, let's get it back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. He'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there. The Dolphins have a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here. That's complete. On first down, it's Howard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Howard. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
And as many coaches' meetings as we sit in, we hear the word finish all the time, don't we? And on that play, the back actually finished getting into the end zone, breaking the last tackle. Tried to wrap up, tried to use the proper technique, just wasn't able to get it done.
Point after here coming up. It's good, and it's 21-10. A 10-play drive that time. And finishing it off with a touchdown run was Jordan Howard. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Set. 15, line. 15 line. Cut. Check go.
On first and goal, Howard. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They'll try again with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this one is right through. And that will get the lead up to 14. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Again, here's Blount. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jackson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And he comes back with one complete.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got his open man, it's Carr. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st. Jackson now. Stepping, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Now Elliott. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's see what you got.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Offensively, pretty effective option play there for the score.
Certainly was, and it appeared to me that the defense overshifted and overplayed the trail back, the pitch man, and almost forgot about the quarterback. In fact, they did forget about the quarterback, and he turned it into a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and it's 24-17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now back to throw. That's caught over the middle by Seals-Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Out of the gun. This is Howard. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw him through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. A give to Howard. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They go with Howard again. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring it up a keep.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. So they won their division and earned the right to play at home in the first round of the playoffs, but this one is not going to script so far.
Nowhere did they have the thought process that they'd be down double digits. But the good thing is it's the first half. You and I know, I mean, you've been with me long enough now. Hang with the game plan. Stay the course for a while. Don't panic and change up things. Keep grinding. Long way to go in this ball.
That was my question to you. You don't throw everything away at this point. Stay on course.
You stay on course. Obviously, you want to eliminate the things that have caused you to be down double digits. But at the same time, you're not getting it all back in one play. Keep going. The game plan was put in there for a reason. Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Here's a toss complete on the screen to the right. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now it's Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson and Brate, the tight end's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Jackson will throw again.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Mike 57.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Dolphins are going to recover. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
They'll run on first down. Howard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. A give left side to Howard. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready. 60 picks for. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Shoot.
They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year, but I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.